Hello everyone, I am back with another bullet journal video. It has been ages since I've done a video, so please do bear with me and my voiceover. I have kind of forgotten what I'm doing. So I have done a 2020 setup and a January setup, but by the time I actually got around to doing it, it was a bit too late to kind of edit it and put it up, seeing as we're now in February. So I will have a video where I go through the beginning setups and I will sort of talk about it, but I won't sort of show me setting it up, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so I've been extremely busy, as a lot of people probably have been in 2020, you know, the new year, new me thing. And unfortunately, I just haven't had any time, what with deadlines, work, uni, life. I had Tim's birthday and Valentine's Day in 2 days, and then straight after that, my mum and Stephen, who I've now nicknamed Stepdaddy Stephen, came down to Plymouth, and I was also working all weekend. It's been ridiculous trying to do this voiceover. I wanted to get this video out. I took so much care and time in filming it, in actually creating it. I edited it really early as well, and then I just haven't had time to do the voiceover. It's just been, I've been too tired, and obviously doing a voiceover, you can't be tired because then you'll just be really monotone like this. So you have to have a little bit of energy because all you can hear is my voice. So it would make sense for me to be a little bit more energetic. I have the weekend off for once, so here's the voiceover. If you hadn't guessed, obviously February is a very big month for me, mainly because obviously it's Tim's birthday. He is 27 now. Happy birthday, Tim, you're so old. And obviously the next day is Valentine's Day, so a lot of people don't like celebrating Valentine's Day because they believe that you should, you know, show your partner love every day. And while I 100% completely agree with this, sometimes it's not doable. You know, people have busy lives, and this is a day that you can, it's kind of like an anniversary. You can set it aside to just make that person feel special. And that's why I like it. It's not a necessity, but it's just a date where you can do it like an anniversary. So I quite like that. You will see my head popping through a little bit. It's I finally got a new mount for my camera phone, should I say. So it is like directly above me now. So it does sort of like get my head in there, and yeah. And look at how nice my nails are, guys. They're really, really pretty. My nails are awful at the moment. I took them off, and yeah, they're so flimsy and sad. But I want to start sort of doing gel nails and actually looking after myself. So I've taken them off. I've put a little bit of like clear nail varnish on it to try and help protect it because they're just all broken down. It's really sad. Anyway, back to actually bullet journaling. So this month I decided on love potions, and I think I got inspiration for this from the Pocket Traveller, Travit Pocket. I know her channel when I see it, so I will link her down below. She did one for February last year. It was like a love potion theme. And oh, you don't know this. So because I haven't obviously done my 2020 bullet journal setup video, you won't know this. Oh my god, my hair looks awful. Ignore my hair, ignore my greasy hair. It's all tied up, pulled up, and it's messy as fuck. Anyway, so the theme is love potions, and I'm trying to do a whole bullet journal full of like witchcrafty, witchy themes. So stuff that's really me. So the first January was actually like constellations and like star signs, and this month's obviously like love potions. And I drew this by hand, by the way. I'm so pleased. I drew this by hand, and I just experimented with watercolors, and I'm actually quite happy with the way it turned out. I think it was all right. I was a bit worried about the pink and the purple together, but it's fine. The roses are very interesting. I just drew them really roughly. They're actually quite easy to draw. And then watercolor wise, I just did a light wash of like pink, got a darker pink, and then stabbed it in random places, and then used like a lot lighter pink, and then stabbed those in a couple of places to give it a bit of definition. So there's not really much to it. I tried to give the potion bottle some definition with these lines, but it just looks a bit crap. It looks okay in person, but it just is a bit crap on there. Anyway. So I was really pleased by this, and I really tried, and it looks It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. And you can see all my swatches on that other side, which I do cut out and stick it in. So I am very pleased. I'm also loving, at the moment, the gold gel pen. What is it? It's the Signo one. It'll be linked down below as well. The gold, that is there. You can see it on the screen. That one. I'm absolutely in love with it at the moment. So I've been using it in all my spreads, and it's actually made me want to buy those sort of gold coloured watercolour type things, paints that a lot of people have been using. They're so expensive. It's like 30 something pound for a palette. So yeah, that's not going to happen until at least March, because payday, I'm waiting for that. Also, if you're sticking things in with glue, then you need to get yourself one of these bad boys, because they stick in amazingly. So amazing. I don't know what I'm doing with that other page next to my cover page, because I could just do some quotes, but just like I said, I haven't had the energy, have not had the time. I've really slacked with my bullet journal this month and last month. I fell off the wagon. I did this. I think it's just because I feel so behind that I haven't had the energy to do it, and it's sad. It's sad, basically. And I'm just going to swap my pages so I can see what we're doing. So I'm making the cover page now, and I finally re-brought some black washi tape. I think it's actually Scotch tape. Anyway, and I'm in love with it. So I do my header in I write in February in the gold pen, and I stick it on, and I'm in love. It looks so good. I'm actually loving it at the moment. So I've started doing these little calendars, basically. And because I've noticed that when I set up my monthly spread, I don't really do the calendar that much. Like, I just write stuff that's coming up in the weeklies, because I like to set up my weeklies way before. I don't like setting them up within the month, because I know it just won't happen. So I like to do it before. But then that kind of makes the calendar page a little bit redundant. I don't like not having the calendar page, because then I can't see it at a glance, if that makes sense. But I also don't like the vertical layouts that people do. I don't feel like there's enough room. So I've decided to opt for a one-page calendar spreads at the moment to see how it goes. At the moment, because I'm not really using my bullet journal that much, it's actually working out for me really well. So I am really liking it. And it also gives me a place to put my, my, what's it called? YouTube tracker, my medication tracker, and then I've got another space at the bottom for any like uni work that I have coming up, like books that I need to read or things that I need to write. So last month I had to write 2 essays. One was 3,000 words, the other was 5,000 words. Yep, kill me. And I just coloured in the amount of words that I had done to make sure I was on track and see how much I had done, and then at the end I coloured and completed, and it makes me so happy. This time it's my proposal for the independent research project. So I am researching female detectives in the 20s and 30s, like the golden age of detective fiction. Really interesting, actually, to find a lot out about what was happening with women in that era. Apparently, women could not go out on their own still at that time. And I'm like, really? I just can't imagine a world where I was so restricted like that. I would hate it a lot. Anyway, so the colours, the pens that I use, I can't remember, the Faber-Castell, apparently they're water fast. So I was like, alright, well, I'll try it out, see, because obviously I want to, colouring the pens in, because obviously I use fake calligraphy, isn't really working that well because it's getting stuck on the watercolour. So I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll colour one in and then I'll watercolour and see how it goes. But it does smudge, it does, so I'm not really 100% pleased. They're not that steadfast really, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's not too bad, you can't really tell, so I just sort of go with it, to be honest. There was a lot of watercolouring in this. I think I used it for my whole setup, but do you know what, I absolutely love the sound of the paper when you watercolour. So after you've I don't know if you can hear this, let's see, what's a good page, these ones, I don't know if you can hear this, but it's like that crinkly, oh, I just love it. Oh, it does something to the insides of me. Anyway, I'm back onto the habit tracker. I absolutely love the way I did habits this time round. And I've been doing these little headers, which sort of reminds me of like labels for bottles. So like potion bottles. That's what I was going for. So it's very simple design, I'm not going to lie, but I actually kind of like it. It's actually alright. Yeah, so I was really pleased with the way I wrote habits. I'm thinking that looks sick. And I also like to do sort of like a journaling section a day. So this is what this section is. And I've decided, instead of saying a few lines a day, which is the most frustrating title in the world, I just decided to call it journal. I literally just decided to call it journal. And I thought, that's so much better. That's so much better. Oh, here I am experimenting with drop shadows. So I'm like, oh, I could like use the watercolor as a drop shadow. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Actually, it's really hard and it makes things really messy. Note to self, don't do that again. Unfortunately though, so obviously I've fallen off with my journaling, but also in my witchy school, I started a new sort of course. And it's about the shadow self and all that. I won't go into it too much, but part of the process of that is to basically journal every day. These aren't enough, well, my bullet journal doesn't have enough space, and I've actually gotten into journaling a bigger amount and being a little bit more creative in my journal pages because there's more room in a big A4 size. So I was like, this is kind of like become a bit redundant now, and actually I kind of like that because I'm taking this out with me everywhere. The last thing I want people to see is my journaling entries. That's a very personal thing, a very personal experience for me. So I don't want people to say, like, see that I had an okay day today. Especially, like, what if I'm writing about a really bitchy comment about one of my lecturers? I haven't. But what if I was, for instance? And obviously I have to schedule in another appointment with them, which is what I do have to do at the moment. Don't worry, Rachel. There's nothing awful about you at all. Sounds really suspicious now, doesn't it? Anyway. So what if I have to book in another appointment with her, my bullet journal falls open, and she just sees like the journal page that says Rachel is a bitch or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not something you want to happen. But that could happen anywhere as well. It could happen like with your friends. Maybe you had a falling out. Maybe they did something that really didn't please you, but you don't really want to make a big fuss about it. Anyway, I basically don't want my journal to be out in the open as much as it basically is when I need the bullet journal. I don't mind habits and mood tracking because, like, you know, it doesn't really bother me that they can see my mood or anything like that. It's more like the personalised journaling aspects. So I've done this mood tracker before where it's like loads of little potion bottles and stuff, and I'm actually really pleased with the way it turned out. So at first I was going for like some inspiration in terms of what ingredients you would use with potion bottles. So like I was thinking rose quartz, vanilla essence is like supposed to correspond with loving, like, you know, roses, obviously. You've got like cinnamon as well. But in the end, I just sort of went for loads of random little jars. And I've got one of my jars next to the rose. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a big rose on like the second row. And there's a tiny little jar next to it. And it has a little label. And I just called it Tings. Because I have no idea what's in there. It's just Tings. Just imagine it being full of random stuff. But I've got some floating potion bottles. I did try and draw vanilla essence in the bottom, like one of the little shelves, but it didn't really, it doesn't really look like vanilla sticks. I did try, but it didn't really work out. But I really do like this page. I think it's quite clean, quite nicely done. The second page is a lot nicer than, like, not the second page, the second row is a lot nicer, I think, than the bottom and the top, because they just seem a bit more realistic. The other ones just seem a bit lackluster, a bit cartoony, which happens. It's, you know, again, I've fallen off with it, and I'm really upset about this page the most because I love seeing like it coloured in. So I am a little bit disappointed. I might go through and see if I can remember what I was doing on what days and how. It's probably just going to be me being tired, to be honest. Tired, exhausted all day, every day. My health tracker on the other end. So I did really well in January. I started with Slimming World. I lost 5 pounds. I managed to maintain because I fell off the wagon towards the end. And I was so pleased. And I thought, right, okay, February, back on it. We're going to do this. We're going to like reweigh myself, like measure. I want to lose weight. Let's do this. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. No, that really, really didn't happen. Not only because of Tim's birthday and Valentine's Day and my mum coming down, so that weekend was bad. It was so bad. I had like full on T-bone steak. It was gorgeous though. It was gorgeous. I had Nando's, I had cake, I had a pizza. I just had a pizza last night that Tim made me. Shout out to Tim. It was a really good pizza. I'm proud of you. So it's been a really bad month, and I am feeling it though. I'm actually feeling it. I'm not eating as much sugar because I've switched to like a sweetener, which I have heard is not good either, but I suppose it might be better than sugar. I don't know. I need to really research it. So I'm still using the sweetener and stuff, and I am still trying to be as healthy as possible, but it's not really working. I haven't stuck to the plan at all, so I haven't weighed myself, I haven't measured, and to be honest, the water tracker has completely fallen off. The last time I tracked my water was on the 3rd of February. It is now the 22nd. So yeah. And a big thing that I wanted to really put on the side is this big jug, because I had that big room, and it says love yourself, because yes, I want to lose weight and I want to feel the best that I can, but I also need to remember that I should still like me for who I am. There are other aspects of me that I can enjoy, like my personality, and yeah, maybe I'm chubby and little fat hamster cheeks, but you know what, I have nice eyes. They can be nice sometimes. When my hair wants to work, that's also sometimes quite nice. Tim likes my bum. You know, there are nice aspects of myself that I need to remember, and I think we all need to as well. I know a lot of people like to see February as like a self-love month, which is really great. Like, I tried to do that last year. I failed miserably. I had to write 28 things about myself that I liked. Okay, that was a struggle. I didn't finish it. I got to like 20 things, and in the end I just felt like I was repeating myself, because I said like courage and then bravery, and I was like, that's kind of the same thing. And then I can't even remember the other things that I said without getting it out, and I can't bother to go get it. But it was hard. It was really hard. So I think every month I'm going to try and do a self-love thing in some way, like literally just a little thing like that. Love yourself, because I need to remember everyone is their worst critic, and I am especially hard on myself, and I think we all just need that encouragement, but from us. We need to encourage ourselves, not someone else build us up, if that makes sense, because if that person goes, we're going to be left crumbling. We need our own support. Anyway, I got a bit weirdly deep. So back onto the meal plan section. Again, this has absolutely been blank the whole month. I have not planned anything. I've been so slack, and I'm waiting now until I would start now. Unfortunately, we would have to go out and do a massive shop, and obviously it's like the weekend before payday, so there isn't really anything in the bank to be able to go shopping with. So I think I'm just gonna wait until payday and then restart properly. Hopefully March will be a nicer time for me. Yeah, basically. Also, another thing I messed up, right? So I did this month, not this month, I did this week, and then I did another week, and then I did 2 weeks, and then I did another week. So I did like too many weeks. I don't know what happened. I was like, February's really long this year because there's one extra day. No, there isn't. It's not that long. It's actually crazy how fast February has gone. It's like January is 700 years long, and then 3 hours later we're in March. Like, February is basically non-existent. It's just not there. Why can't they take a couple of days off of January and add it to February, and then, you know, it would be a bit better? Because that wait for payday, that first payday of 2020, woo, that is hard. That is so hard. I know a lot of people feel that. It's just long. You're looking like, I haven't got any money in my account. How do I get to work? Oh, it's awful. And then you dip into savings, if you have any savings left after Christmas, that is. And then it's just a mess. It's just a mess. January's just a mess. Anyway, the next spread. So the first spread was really minimal. Really minimal. Like, I basically didn't try. I really didn't try that. That's like the worst week out of all of them. Oh look, it's my coffee cup. It's a little cat. My sister, Chloe, got that for me for Christmas this year, and I have to say, I'm actually loving it. She also got Tim one, and he has a white one, I have a black one, and I am loving this cat mug. It's actually gone to the point now where it's a little bit chipped, and I'm really upset about it, but, you know, shit happens. But it's still usable, so it's fine. It's just a well-loved mug, what can I say? Anyway, so the spread that I'm actually creating at the moment was, I found it on Pinterest, I think. Yeah, I think I found it on Pinterest. Well, it wasn't the exact spread. I obviously added in like my own interpretation. So obviously it was a potion theme, and I was like, I'm drawing a lot of roses here. Where are the love potions? So I decided, okay, my love potions then will be like the day and the date. So that's what I did. And then I added obviously the roses and the little leaves to just make it look pretty. I added this, oh look, it's Pirate! She's come up for the first time. She gave everybody a guest starring Pirate. Here she is. She doesn't usually come up on my videos, but she decided to today, and I was really pleased. I wanted to keep it in for you, so you can see that, yeah, I had to pick her up and move her in the end because she was in the way for ages. Anyway, so the little roses that I'm doing at the moment is going to be a Dutch door type thing. I haven't used it for anything, but I just really like it. It just gives that little bit extra. And then on the other side, I was like, I really can't bother to watercolor again. So I decided to actually just do the roses in gold, and I really liked the effects. I think this is where I realised I'd done too many weeks or something. And I also messed up the dates on this spread as well. So I had to go back in with my black washi tape when it turned up and make little, kind of like a label. I just stuck it over the bottle. It looks a bit crappy now. It looked better before, but what can I say? Mistakes happen. I really like these two spreads. I think they're nice and full, but there's enough room for me to write things down. Yeah, I'm just really pleased with the way these spreads turned out. I'm actually a bit gutted that I didn't get to do the next spread because I drew it all up, it's there and it's ready. And I still haven't rubbed it out because I'm upset about it. So I'm thinking, can I use it? But I'm like, no. There's literally no months left of February, you can't use it. So sadly not. But again, I really struggle with weekly, like 1-page weekly spreads. I find that there's not enough room, but the 2-page weekly spreads in this book, because it's a B5, is just too much. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to do a week and a half because that's just a bit shitty. And obviously, you know, I don't like to set up a week. Like, I don't like a running weekly type thing. So I need them set up. So yeah, I just Google what I'm doing. Google what I want, and then some weekly spreads come up. But I guess I need to be a little bit more creative. I think I made this one on my own though. I decided to do sort of like a bookshelf with some vines going up and around it with like a rose and then some potion bottles and some stuff. And you can see that it's a rose quartz. I did finally add a rose quartz, and it's got like rose leaves in it. Well, it's not really rose leaves, they're just leaves in general. But yeah, and I really liked it. I've even got like a black candle in the bottom, and the thing that actually messed me up the most is obviously I like to go top to bottom with my spreads, but I was like, no, I'm going to be different. So the bottom left hand corner is Monday and the bottom right hand corner is Tuesday, and then it goes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Top left hand corner is Sunday for some reason, and then the right top hand corner is Saturday, and it's really messed me up. I'm like, oh, I'm not working Monday. And I was like, no wait, yeah I am. Because I'm looking in the wrong place completely. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna scrap that, and on the other page I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah 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 blah. So it's all good. It is all good. So that's basically it for February, really. I mean, all I have to say is, here are the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed. I will be hopefully posting a little bit more on the regs at some point. So maybe I'll even do the rest of the bullet journal video today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Oh, look at this beautiful washi tape as well, by the way. It's so nice. Anyway, so look out for my other videos. I do have other videos on the channel that I hope you will enjoy. If you like and enjoy what I do, then please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Love you. Bye.